What's going on, guys? Zak Kincaid here, and today we are doing another microphone review, but this one is a little bit different. I was hit up by the team at Movo to review the VSM-7, and no, this is not a USB microphone. It is a traditional XLR input, which I am a big fan of. Now, if you're familiar with the name Movo, it's probably because you're interested in photo or video, because that is the field they are coming from. They make on-camera microphones and shotgun mics. Basically, they are all about making the tools that creators need to make content, but at an affordable cost. So let's get into some of the specs of this microphone. It has 3 polar pattern options that you can switch in between, has a large gold sputter diaphragm, low cut filter, and it has a pad switch. For my application, I'm never really going to use a pad switch, but if you are recording extremely loud, such as like a drum set with this, you can always bring that pad down, which is very nice so you're not clipping on your audio. Just a brief description of the company. We're a team of creators and entrepreneurs who proudly support the content creation community through innovative, high quality products that let you do you. So in this box, it looks like we have our cardioid condenser microphone, pop filter, shock mount, and it actually comes with a 3 meter, a 10-foot XLR cable. Looks like there's a QR code here that we can just scan, and yeah, we can activate our 2-year warranty. This is actually really cool. It just took me to a Facebook Messenger where it just says register warranty. I click the button and it's done. So at the time of recording, this retails for $99 on Amazon, which is very much up for par with your entry-level microphones. But let's go ahead and open it up and see if it's worth the $99 or if it competes with some microphones that are 3 times that cost. It's packaged pretty well. This is very, very thick, strong foam, so that's always good to see. I hope I don't regret this, but like I'm hitting that pretty hard and it's not even making a dent, so you don't have to worry about any damage when it's shipped. Let's open it up. So here we have the microphone. Oh, wow, that is actually like a really, this looks like a legit mic. So the pop filter is actually already connected to the shock mount, so you don't have to worry about like booming it or like wrapping it around a stand. Then here is our XLR cable, which it looks like a Amazon Basics, just your regular XLR cable, nothing too special. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of the shock mount just so we can get a better look at it. And there we go. The build is actually very nice. It's a decent size, it's good weight. It feels very similar to like the Audio-Technica AT2020. Yeah, it's all metal construction, there's no plastics, and here you can actually switch the polar pattern. So we have bidirectional, which is good if you're doing something like an interview. It can pick up you from the back, them from the front, but it'll eliminate sound from the sides. We have omnidirectional, which just captures everything around it. This could be good if you're like recording a choir or anything. And then finally you have cardioid, which is going to try to eliminate all the sounds from the back and sides, and it's just going to capture directly what's in front of the mic. This is what you're going to use for vocal recording. We have our pad on the side, so right now it's at 0. Now we can take it to -10, just gives us a little bit more headroom. And then on this side we have our low cut filter, which is really nice if you want to cut out those low frequencies from your recording. Say if you have an AC unit or something like a refrigerator running, it'll get rid of most of those hums in the lower frequency. Now that is nice to have because it can clean up your recordings, but just know you can do the same kind of effect if you have any kind of post-processing software. You can just do your low cut on an EQ. But in general, something like this will give you a cleaner sound if you don't want to do that post-processing. Alright, so that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and get into the studio and see how this sounds. To be honest with you, I have pretty good expectations. The build quality is really nice. I'm excited to see what this can do.
We're going to be putting this microphone through a couple of tests to see just how good it is, and if at any point you decide that this microphone is for you, I have a link in the description so you can purchase it yourself. Alright, so now we are recording directly into the VSM-7, and as you can hear, like it sounds pretty decent. It doesn't pick up that much room noise. It doesn't pick up nearly as much as I thought it would. It sounds pretty warm too, just from what I'm hearing right now, and I mean, it's doing a good job at controlling everything, so it's not as sensitive as I thought it would be, but it is still a condenser microphone, so it's gonna pick up those extra sounds. Right now I have it on the cardioid pattern, and it sounds pretty good for $99. I'm getting about -12 dB, which is about where you want recording, so you can have a little bit of headroom for all of your mixing and stuff. But I mean, it sounds decent. Like I would buy this mic for $99. And even if we get a little loud, it still had enough headroom that it's not distorting. So I mean, it's good for if you're doing louder vocals. Let's go ahead and switch from the cardioid pattern to the bidirectional and see exactly what the difference is. Okay, so now we're recording bidirectional, and as you can hear, it is sounding a little different because it's picking reverberations up from the back of the wall. Let me go ahead and have a conversation with I'm not going to say the name, but you know who I'm talking about. Hey, tell me a joke.
How do you make a bandstand? Take away their chairs.
As you can hear, it's picking up from the back. Let's switch it back to cardioid pattern and do that same thing. Hey, tell me a joke.
Why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands.
Now this is omnidirectional, and no matter, let's go ahead and rotate the mic, no matter where it is, I should be getting picked up about the same. This is omnidirectional. As you can see, it didn't matter where the mic was, it's picking me up the same. You're getting reverbs from all over the room. It's what's gonna happen with the omnidirectional mic, but this could be good if you want to capture something like a choir, like I mentioned earlier. So this is me talking on the cardioid pattern, and as you can see, when I turn the mic away, it gets quieter, and as it comes back, I'm gonna get louder and louder. So now we are on bidirectional, and as you can see, when I turn the mic, when I'm on the sides, I actually get quieter, but as it comes back to the back facing me, I get louder again, and then same thing, I'm quieter on this side, and now we're back to being regular sound. So that's cool that it can change polar patterns. There's a lot of microphones that don't offer this ability, but the fact that this can do it kind of could be an all-in-one mic for any kind of needs you have at a budget. Obviously, a more expensive mic is going to be better specialized to do what it was created to do, but if you're kind of strapped for cash and you need a mic that could do multiple purposes, this could be it. So now I'm going to go ahead and test this mic against other microphones, one that's in its price point and one that's out. I'm going to be using my MXL 990, which you can get for about $80, and then I'm going to be comparing it to my SM7B with a cloud lifter, which will run you about $500 to $600. Okay, hi, so you probably can't see me right now, but we have both microphones set up. They're both about an even distance from me, and I'm speaking kind of directly in between the two, so they should be catching around the same amount of volume. I have both of them recording right now, but the audio you are currently hearing is coming from the MXL 990, which, as I mentioned, retails for around $80, comes with a case and a pop filter. And now we're going to switch back to the Movo, and as you can hear, this is the Movo. So now I'm just going to start speaking, and I'm going to switch back and forth between the two, and I'll let you know which one I'm speaking into. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock runs out. Time's up, over, blow. Okay, and so now I am recording against the SM7B. That is the audio you are hearing currently. And the way I have it set up is my Shure SM7B running into a cloud lifter, which makes it about a $500 microphone versus this one $99. So 5 times more expensive. Now I will go ahead and say, you're hearing a bit of fan noise, and that's not because this microphone is more sensitive. It's because my MacBook Pro has kicked up its fans because I am recording. So just take that out of the factor. I know that kind of sucks, but there's nothing I can really do about that. I'm going to use another song that you're probably not very familiar with. She said, "Yay, can we get married at the mall?" I said, "Look, you need to crawl before you bawl. Come and meet me in the bathroom stall and show me why you deserve to have it all. Ball so hard. That shit cray, ain't it, Jay? Ball so hard. What she order? Fish fillet." Okay, and so now we are back to just the Movo, and after listening to it back, I have to say, I am pretty damn impressed with this microphone, especially how much presence it actually captures. And I went back and reviewed the footage to make sure it wasn't me being closer to this mic than the MXL. But the MXL just sounded way more shrill, even when I turned the volume up, and I made sure I was as even as a distance as I possibly could be without, scientifically doing this. And the Movo just captures a lot more lower end. It captures a lot more of that presence, which me having a shriller voice as a male kind of sucks, but I need a mic that boosts that, which is why I like the SM7B so much. Comparing it to the SM7B was very, very difficult. I think the tones that you're getting from both of them are very, very similar, to be honest, but I think where the SM7B had the advantage is it's just a little bit cleaner. Since it's not a condenser, you're not picking up all the room noise, which, that's to be expected. It's a dynamic mic, and the audio just sounds slightly better. It sounds slightly better quality, but I honestly think if you were to record with this microphone and give it to a good engineer, as long as you're not capturing a bunch of room noise, you could get a very, very, very good product out of this that would rival that of an SM7B. So is it better than the SM7B? No, but it's also a fifth of the cost, and I think the performance you get out of it is way, way better than a fifth of the performance of the SM7B. I say this is about 80% as good as the SM7B, which is like, it's a lot, honestly. The SM7B is an industry standard microphone, but if you are looking for a microphone and you want one mic that does it all, this could be it. Just keep in mind, if you're in a very echoey spot, it is a condenser microphone, so it is going to pick that up. But other than that, there's not really much bad I can say about this mic. It's very, very good, but I don't want to give you just my opinion. I'm going to send this to my friend Austin Chapline, who runs a YouTube channel himself, and he majored in audio engineering at Belmont. So he knows all about microphones and what sounds best, and I just want to know his input.
Test 1, I picked A1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on test 1, A was the Movo, and then B was actually an MXL 990, another like cheap cardioid, but like same price point, you know? And the Movo just blows it out of the water, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, what about test 2?
Test 2, I picked B1.
You picked B1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's actually, A is the Movo, B is my SM7B. But how close are they, though?
I guess probably part of me is a little biased too because I use it. Not that I knew it was an SM7, but that's a sound I'm like comfortable with mixing, and that's what I use. So that's probably why I picked it, because it's the sound that I'm used to hearing on people's vocals. So that's partially why.
That's actually
considering that's what it's compared with. They were definitely not like, it wasn't like it was an obvious.
Yeah. Like the fact that this is like a fifth of the cost, and that's kind of what I said. I was like, after listening back to it, I like the SM7B more. But like, if you handed me this mic and like I recorded my vocals and sent it to a good engineer, they could make it sound the same as the SM7B would, like 100%.
Yeah. Basically, just on test 2 in the Movo, there was like a notch. There was like a notch in like the 2K range that was poking it out. Just on that one, though. It wasn't noticeable in the other one.
The thing I was most surprised with actually was room noise, though. Like, it didn't pick up much like room ambience at all. And like, I have a slightly like soundproofed room, like I have like bass traps and stuff, but nothing like professional. Like, you still get reverb, and it didn't pick up as nearly as much as I thought it would, like compared to this one for $90.
No, I mean, in the first one it was way better. Like, it was a lot better. The second one was like harder to tell, but you know, it's competing against a much more expensive mic. So yeah, I was impressed. It sounded good.
Gotcha. I'm gonna link your YouTube channel, but is there like a video you want me to link, or do you just want me to link the channel?
The first episode of the documentary. Yeah, so we traveled up and down the state of California for 8 days, and the first episode of the documentary took place in Northern California, but we were just writing songs with different artists in each city and recorded the whole thing.
Gotcha. So if that's interesting to you, go ahead and check it out. I'll have a link to his channel. Thanks so much, Austin.
Yep.
And so there you have it. There's Austin's input. And I think what it comes down to is that this microphone is worth $100, extremely worth it. And I'm actually extremely impressed with this product. So if you want to pick this mic up for yourself, I have a link in the description for you. Also, go ahead and check out Austin's channel. He's doing some really cool stuff as a producer. He's going up and down the West Coast, just recording with other artists and producers. And it's just really cool seeing those documentaries. So go ahead and support him as well. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. If you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave it a like. To see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.